Hello!
And welcome to Kirsty and Briony's Comfort Zone!
Woohoo! I am
Ta-da!
Kirsty!
And I am Briony!
And we're gonna listen to some dreams and find out what the heck is going on.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Squish around all up in those brains.
My brain is very squishy.
Squishy.
It's pretty
Hey.
squishy.
Squish, squish.
Squish,
I
squish.
Luckily, I've had a dream this very morn to
Oh.
record, because I literally went to bed thinking, I've not recorded any dreams and we're recording tomorrow, so I better have a dream. And it's like my dream me was like, okay, let's do this. We can do this. Let's get it done. Actually,
Nice. I had a dream as well. Mine was like a dream that I'd had before. It was like I revisited an old one, but I don't think it was ever one that I
Ooh.
spoke about on the podcast. So it'll be new and fresh
worked.
for all
Okay.
the listeners out there.
I keep having dreams where I want to say like back in school, but neither time has it been a school I actually went to. It's just been like random schools.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Like,
Weird. And they're not like any place that you've ever been to before either.
no, it's just completely new places. Like I had one the
Oh.
other night that I think I was in I think it was meant to be a secondary school. And I was there with a friend who I didn't go to school with. We didn't know each other until I moved to Bristol.
Right.
And the teachers were bullying him. And I was like, don't you dare like lay a hand on him. I was like, you can tell him off, but you don't touch him or you have to go through me, sort of thing. And I was like really leery. And then I was leaving the classroom and I was walking down the corridor. And of course I was naked because...
Of course, yeah. I mean,
Because
you have
it's
to be
me.
in a Briony dream.
It's
a requirement.
Leave your clothes at the door when you step into this dream. And I saw a friend of mine who I haven't seen in like 15 years, I want to say, if not more, maybe more. In fact, yeah, it must be like 20 years now. And he was looking for bandmates because he was in a band that very night were going to be supporting Slipknot and Cradle of Filth. And he was like, do you know, like for some reason he was asking for improv bandmates.
Right.
I don't know if improv bands are a thing. I guess is that just like
Just-
freestyle jazz or
They're just
something?
jamming, having a little
Yeah.
jam session.
And I replied to him saying, I got grade 4 trombone, but I don't think I would be suitable for your band. And then at one point I literally said to him, I'm naked, by the way, but that's fine. Just
I'm
addressed
naked,
it.
by the way.
Just address the elephant in the room. Hey, I'm naked, but that's okay.
Don't think about that right now.
And it was so weird because I woke up and I was like, oh, I wonder if we're still friends on Facebook. Couldn't find him, so I don't think we are. And because we sort of had like, not really a falling out, but...
I know what you mean. It's like when you sort of stop talking to someone and you just kind of think, right, we're not really friends anymore, are we?
Yeah.
Is it one of those
'cause
things?
It was sort of like when he was in the year above me in my primary school. So I sort of vaguely knew him, but I didn't know him at school or anything. But you know when you like recognize people from your school? And
Yeah.
so when I became a bit of like a alternative kid, and then I saw him in town one day. I don't remember how we started hanging out, but he was sort of alternative too. So I guess we just like gravitated towards each other, and it was like, oh,
Right.
we went to primary school together, didn't we? Yeah. And he was always like quite a shy kid, and he was like a little bit, you know, like chunky, which attracts meanness in school and stuff. Like, so I think that just made him very shy. But then, so we were friends for like years and we would hang out all the time and go for walks together. But then it was like something just switched and he became this like big muscle boy. And all of a sudden he was like a gym guy and he would like make sure he did his hair right and all of this stuff. And it was like from then on, he just didn't want to hang out with like the loser alternative Grebo kid anymore.
Oh my
So he
God.
just became like too cool for me, and we weren't friends anymore. So we never really had this like falling out, but I just remember there was one time that I saw him and he literally crossed the road, and I was like, I guess we're not friends.
No! Oh, why would anybody ever do that to Briony? I don't understand. I don't understand.
Okay, we're not friends anymore. That's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, out of interest, I was like, I wonder what he's up to these days. So I looked him up and was just like, oh, okay. But I've not reached out and said anything.
Is he still a muscle man?
Well, I could only find a LinkedIn profile, and it just had his face. I don't think people often post.
He might have posted his muscles on LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn. I'm here to flex my business prowess.
Let me use my business muscles.
I'm gonna get you business gains. So yeah. Is that weird? Is it weird that I looked him up on LinkedIn?
No, I do that all the time.
Is that strange?
No,
So
I've
just
done
stalked
stuff like
him
that.
for 24 hours and he seems happy.
Yeah, he seems happy. He's fine. I think
He used to take
everybody's
his bins
guilty
out,
of that,
though.
honestly. Just a little bit of mild stalking.
A little bit of stalkage. It's fine. It's fine.
Bit of stalkage.
But it's just one of those things that when someone like you used to know, because we used to literally like every year I would go to my nan's for Boxing Day, would have a big family gathering, and he lived near my nan. So there would always be a time every year where I would send him a text and I would sneak out and then we would go for a little walk together for like an hour. And that was like our little tradition. I remember the first year we didn't do it and I was just a bit like, oh,
that's so sad.
So yeah, I just suddenly like just to have him pop up into my head again. I was just like, where the heck did that come from? There was nothing that triggered me remembering him or anything. It was just very odd for him to just be there. It's curious when those things happen. You're just like, why now? Why them? Very odd.
Very odd.
Fairly odd.
Very, very odd.
But yeah, and the beginning of that dream was Spiff again. Spiff, double Spiff dream this week.
Oh.
Turning up at my house and having a go at me for talking to Potato too much. Because I think I had like sent Potato, I don't know, like 2 bunny pictures in a day or something. And so Spiff turned up and he like banged on the door and he was like, what are your intentions with Potato? Why are you messaging him? He's my friend. I was like, okay, I won't message Potato anymore.
That's so funny.
Oh yeah, sorry Dream Spiff for stepping on your toes, I guess.
Don't talk to my boy.
Don't talk to me or my Potato ever again. But literally that day, I sent Potato another picture of Fion. So screw you, Dream Spiff. You're not the boss of me.
Take that. You'll never have his heart, Spiff. Or his buns.
Not until you get Banui. I think it's because I have had a lot of imposter syndrome recently. So it probably is that it literally just crossed my mind like, oh, did I message him too many? Is he like fed up of me tagging him in bunny photos?
Oh. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like, even with people, like, it sounds really dumb, but I've found that I've had that a little bit with Rythian lately because of Pathfinder. I just constantly message him like, what if this happened? What about this thing? What about this? Pathfinder. And he's just like humoring me, bless him. But I'm like, I bet I'm being really fucking annoying.
Oh no, I bet he blooming loves it. I bet he loves when people get into stuff. So no, I bet he's happy. Happy Rythian.
Happy Rythian.
It is difficult to tell with Rithian sometimes, though, because the number of times I've messaged him and he's just responded with like thumbs up emoji, and I'm like, oh.
Yes, he is one of these people that responds with a thumbs up, and you think, is he mad?
What did I do? It's like, just, okay. You're like, oh.
Okay. There's just a thumbs up always sounds angry or very short, and it's like,
yeah, like, I've acknowledged you.
Are you okay?
Please desist.
Please stop talking to me.
Oh.
If he was here, he'd be defending himself like, no, it just means good.
Yeah.
No, really, it means you're mad. It means you're angry.
He's just so angry. It means that, sometimes you end text with a kiss and then the kiss isn't there one time. So what does that mean? You must be furious.
Like, no kiss today? What did I do wrong?
I guess you're fuming. Oh, the days of dissecting messages from people and being like, what could it mean? Why did they say this? Would you like to hear my dream?
Oh, yes,
which I don't think contains any nudity or spiff.
Are you sure?
Or Xylus.
That doesn't sound right.
Ooh, what's happening?
That doesn't sound right at all.
And my dream.
Oh my god.
It's an imposter.
All right, let's have a listen.
Okay. I had a dream that started off that I was in this primary school, and there was this boy climbing up the stairs, but he was carrying too much stuff, and he had this giant kite that he had made. So I was like, oh, I'll take the kite, don't worry. So we went all the way up the stairs to the roof where everyone else was flying their kites, and he started to fly his, and suddenly Boba was there, and she was helping fly the kite. And then I was, for some reason, on a canal boat, and I was in, like, my bedroom on this canal boat, and it had 5 Enderman toys in it that I had positioned doing different things. Like, one of them was swinging from the dangly light switch thing and stuff like that. But then the dream changed that I was in this, like, I don't know, it was always like a shopping mall, and because I was working for some company, I got to know the news before everyone else, and I got this call being like, okay, so we have to let you know that Djokovic is retiring. And I was like, oh my gosh, Alex should know about this. And then the mall started filling with people, and I was like, I don't know, it was like a tennis mall or something, I don't know. But then it changed that it was actually, we were there for wrestling. And there were these wrestlers in the ring down on like the bottom bit of the mall, and my sister was there, just sort of watching. And all I remember was there was this bench, and I had these people on, and I kept catching their eye, and at one point one of them wasn't looking where they were going, and they like fell over a handrail. They were fine, but yeah, other than that, the wrestling match was like these 2 women, and they seemed pretty cool, but I don't really remember anything else. Yeah, the end. Bye-bye. Ta-da!
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that there are Endermen in there. Oh, lined up.
I remember that it was like, I was carrying an Enderman toy, and I was like, oh, I need to put him on, like, back in my bedroom or something. And then when I got there, I realised that I thought I only had one, and I'd just seen him in a lot of places. But when I got them all together, I was like, hang on, I've actually got 5 of these. What the heck? They were all just chilling out.
Where did they all come from? Aww. I love that you've gotten into Minecraft with us playing it, because I remember like ages ago when I first said like we should play Minecraft, you were like, I don't like Minecraft.
Yeah, like
And
I guess it's just I wasn't playing it in the right way for me before.
yeah, playing it with friends just improves the experience a bazillion times.
Yeah.
I think it just makes it so much more enjoyable.
And I think like I'm not very good at, like, I really don't like sandbox games because I find them too overwhelming when it's like, just build a house. I'm like, what? No, give me guidance. Hold my hand, please. Whereas
Tell me what to do.
The way we've been playing, the fact that there's like 3 of us, there's not that pressure of having to do everything yourself and not really knowing what to do. It's like, oh, I'm going to dabble in this, and then I'm going to try this, and then I'm going to go off today, and I'm going to do this. So yeah, I think I was thinking about this the other day. I'm so surprised because I genuinely just like really didn't like Minecraft. I'd written it off completely. Whereas now I get really excited to play it every week.
Me too.
I never thought I would be like that before. It is odd.
The best day of the week. Minecraft Day.
Minecraft Day. I'm excited for this week because it's Tom's birthday on Friday, so there might be cake in the office. Also, I'm happy for Tom and blah, 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 blah.
Happy birthday, Tom.
But also,
give me the cake.
Cake.
Hand over the cake.
Yes,
Thank
please.
you.
My priorities.
Oh, dear. I also love how you got this big news flash. It's like Djokovic is retiring. He's like, oh my God, I have to tell Alex right now. This is very important news.
He has to know. I reckon that was because I've been watching a lot of Succession, and in that show, they're always like, it's always like, you know, there'll be 4 people and they're in on a decision, but then one of them gets a call from one person and they know a bit of information, but they can't tell the others. And then the other one gets a call from someone else, and then they're trying to play each other and stuff. So I reckon it was just because of that. Like, I don't know why Djokovic retiring. But yeah, that was my big, like, I know about this news before it's happened, but I can't tell anyone sort of thing.
That's so funny. And then you were in did you say it was a tennis museum? And then it turned into a wrestling match?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
It was like a big shopping mall, but apparently that's where people went to watch tennis and wrestling.
I see. Man, do you remember like going to big shopping centres as a kid, and there'd always be like little events going on in the middle of them? I mean, it doesn't really happen nowadays, but you'd always have like a book signing or some sort of show or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was always really cool. It's like, oh, what's happening this week?
Nowadays you just see those like pop-up sweet stands with the big
or like vape stands.
Yeah, it's not as exciting.
It's not as fun. I guess it's because like the high street is dying and all of that. Everyone's on the internet, so you don't go to book signings and little shows in the shopping centre anymore.
Yeah,
but it was always so exciting going to a shopping centre when you were a kid, you know?
That reminds me, actually, in my hometown, my parents were saying like, oh, there's going to be this market happening in a bit, and my mum was like, yeah, there's actually like 2 stands that are fully vegan, because my parents were always saying that there's not really much food options in our hometown. And mum was like, you've inspired us to support independent more, so we're going to go out and we're not really food stand people, but we're going to go out and try this food. And I was like, I love that. I have inspired you to eat. My work here is done. Eat the food.
Hooray! Eat the food and enjoy.
Yeah.
Bless.
I've looked up
sweet.
kite, because I figured that was like, I don't know, it just feels like it must be symbolic.
Yeah. So what happened with the kite in the dream again? Someone was flying one, or did you fly one?
There was a young boy who he was like struggling to carry all his school stuff up the stairs whilst he was also holding this massive kite.
Oh,
And so I was like, oh, I'll take the kite for you. And we went up to the roof, and people were like testing out these kites that they had made, which is actually genuinely a thing we did in my school. I remember making a kite.
Really?
I remember I painted it to look like, I think it looked like a lemming character, but it wasn't meant to.
Ah. Oh.
But that's just how it turned out. And I think I wrote
that's such a cool thing to do.
like Moy on it, M-O-Y,
Moy?
because my brother used to have this cuddly toy that we called Little Moy, and I think
Aww.
I made it based on him. But I don't remember if it ever flew. But yeah, it says
That is such a cool thing to do.
it was cool. I don't know how functional it was, but it was good to like, you had to cross the sticks and bind them up and like stretch the material and stuff. It was a nice little project. It says in Chinese lore, the kite symbolized the wind, and even today it represents freedom. So to dream of flying a kite can remind us of the carefree days of childhood when we were without responsibility.
Oh.
It also says,
I mean, it makes sense that you were in school as well. If that's the case.
true. While flying a kite, we are at the mercy of the wind unless we have a fair degree of expertise. In dreams, it is recognizable that we have some expertise in our everyday lives. Do we? Do we? What? No.
Do we?
It says, a kite represents the dreamer's need for or recognition of forthcoming spiritual freedom, to be free of constraints and to be pulling our own strings, as it were. Oh.
Huh. Okay.
I wonder if
Yeah.
that is to do with the fact that I've been doing a lot of editing for other people, and all I keep thinking is I want to be editing Kirby Craft. Like, I am enjoying the other stuff, but I just really want to sink my teeth into Kirby Craft and get that edited. So I wonder if that was like my dream's way of being like, this is my freedom.
You need to do your thing.
Yeah. Telling me to be
maybe.
like free and go with
Be
the
free.
wind.
Go and edit whatever you like.
Yeah. Like engaging in freedom stuff.
Also would like you to go and edit Kirby Craft because I like to sit and watch it all back.
I feel like I'd be a lot quicker at it now because I've had the practice of editing other things.
Yeah, you've been editing so much. You'd be able to absolutely
Smash it
blast
out.
through them, I think.
I just need to just actually sit down and do it. Because the problem I have now is because I parsec into another computer to edit stuff, if I'm then leaving it rendering, I can't be logged in on my computer because I'm locked by how many Adobe accounts you can have. So then I just can't log in, and I'm just like, I have time to do stuff, but not the Adobe account to do stuff.
Oh my goodness.
No.
I sit and I pray for the day that the next Kirby Craft episode is released. I sit and refresh YouTube every day.
Just a smidge more Kirby Craft, please. Please.
Just a smidge.
A soup song.
You know, like thinking of like stairwells in school, right? It's weird, but that reminds me of a dream that I had ages ago. I had it a few times where I was going up stairwells in my old school, and parts of it would be missing, or it would be missing the handrails, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I had to like jump over the gap to get upstairs in school. And your dream reminded me of that for some reason. But I had that dream a few times. Like it made it super dangerous to be on these stairs, and it was always really like terrifying.
Yeah.
Obviously, in real life, they did have handrails. But they still had like bits that you could lean over and you could see all the way down and stuff like that. So I guess that's what made me dream it. I don't know.
Yeah. That reminds me.
Pretty spooky.
The bit at the end of the dream was like, do you ever like if you make eye contact with someone and you sort of smile and they sort of smile and you just, not in like a hey sort of way, but just in sort of like a,
you do the awkward nod.
Yeah, just like we're both nice guys. Hey, how's it going? Like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's what had happened in the dream. Was like I saw this person sat on a bench, and we just shared like a little like, we have similar interests. Like, hey. And then they were trying to look cool, and they tried to do this little like leap over a handrail that was just in the middle of it wasn't guiding you to anything. It was just in the middle of the room.
Right.
And they just stacked it. They just like face planted the floor. So I just looked away because I was like, maybe they will think I did not see. They were fine.
I am not perceiving.
I didn't perceive that. I did not. I don't know what you're talking about.
I see
No
nothing.
one saw. You're fine. So yeah, it was just that. I don't know what that means in a dream, to just see someone stack it. But there you go. Very odd.
Who knows? I honestly, I don't really know, other than the stuff that you've already pointed out, I don't really know what the dream could possibly mean. Like the kite thing, a lot of it seems to be based on like your memories and like stuff you've been watching lately. So like watching Succession and like doing kite stuff at school.
And like with the wrestling, I think that's because we recently watched was it called like All Access or something? There's a show that's about AEW behind the scenes stuff. And I was watching it with Alex, and he was like, I can't tell if they're being real or if they're being their wrestler characters. And I was like, they're very much not being real. But he was like, I can't tell. And everything that happened, like you'd have two people having a conversation. Like there was one bit where there's one wrestler who recently accidentally broke the nose of another wrestler. So they had this bit
oh my God.
that was like it's Ruby Soho, and she had her nose broken, and she's just come back, and there was this thing of like, yeah, like she must have done it on purpose. I have to talk to her. And then Ty Conti was like, I hope she knows I didn't do it on purpose. And I was like, this isn't real. But Alex was like, I can't tell. And they had this really awkward conversation that was like, so you obviously you know it was an accident. And she was just like, yeah, but if you do it again, we're going to have problems. And she was like, well, I didn't mean to do it the first time. And then she walks away, and Ty Conti's just there like giving these looks of like, geez, oh, wow. Like, he just turned to me.
Pulls a collar.
He really was like that. And Alex just turned to me and he was like, I can't tell. And I was like, it's clearly not real. People don't act like this. This can't be real. But yeah, I reckon that was what it was.
Goodness.
Was why it was like lady wrestlers.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we've just been thinking about wrestling a lot recently because we've booked to see them at Wembley now in August.
Oh, yeah.
We've got tickets. We were like...
You say, like, we've been thinking about wrestling a lot lately. You guys watch wrestling, like, every day. You think about wrestling all the time.
I've actually not been able to watch very much recently because I've had so much work to do. It's been like... Okay, Alex, you go ahead and watch. Like, Alex and Trot watch it together, and I've had to carry on working.
Oh, bless. You're just doing too much. You need to have a break and watch some
break
wrestling.
from my wrestles and to fly a kite.
Yes, exactly. You need to go and fly a kite and have some nice, relaxing time.
Yeah, I'm excited that we're going to Wembley. But I'm also terrified because the idea of being around, like, 70,000 people sounds like a horrible experience. Just being in a crowd that big just sounds awful. But I am excited.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Oh, it will be fun. It will be fun. Like you guys are so into it, and you're gonna have such a good time.
Alex was like,
"You're gonna have.
What if we're close enough that blood goes in my eye?"
Did he say that in an excited way?
No, he was like, this would be weird if this happened. Like, we're pretty far back. We're like on the pitch.
What if they bleed on me?
We're like on the middle bit, but we're far back. And we were just saying, like, what if like someone gets something cut and it just does this massive spurt and goes directly into your eye from like 20 meters?
That would be something to behold.
Yep, it could happen.
That would certainly be a time.
I think we're going to be on the camera side, so we might be on telly.
Ooh.
So should I make a comfort zone sign?
Yes,
Listen
please.
to Kirsty and Briony's comfort zone. Because the the signs people
my
hold up
God.
at wrestling are so weird. There's people who are just like, Kingdom Hearts 3 was rushed and stuff like that. Just like absolute, like there's so many nerds that go to it. It's just...
That's so good.
Like there was a sign the other day.
Oh my God, please make a comfort zone sign, please.
Or like, Yogscast. Twitch.tv. There was a sign the other day that there's this wrestler called MJF, and someone had a sign that just said, MJF closes the fridge door with his hip. Which is like, Alex just ran, I do that sometimes. Is that bad?
I do that.
Oh, they're so weird. So weird.
That's so funny. You have to take a sign. You have to.
Maybe I can make a
is the
sign
law.
that has two sides, so I can turn it around. I can get double advertising in there.
Yeah. Do it.
Free real estate.
Everyone keep an eye
Yeah,
out.
try and
You gotta keep your peepers
spot
peeled
me
for Briony
in
and her
the
sign.
70,000 people crowd. But hopefully we're in it because we're like by the ramp. So there's going to be lots of wrestlers going down the ramp. Like surely we might get a little bit spotted.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon so. If people are looking out for you.
I'm going to screenshot it and have it as my LinkedIn profile picture.
Right next to your gym pictures. Yeah.
Did you know, I might have told you this already, do you know that the word gymnasium means a place to be naked?
Yes, you have told me that before.
I think maybe I should
have
dream
told me
more
that.
about going to the gym.
Because you want to be naked or because you want to see naked people?
To be naked. I actually,
Okay.
like, the last time, have I ever even been to a gym? I went to, like, a spa thing once, and I was shocked that people actually get changed in the changing room. Instead of opting for the little cubicles, just in the middle of the room. I was shocked. Is that just me? Am I a prude? I don't know. I can't imagine doing it. I immediately was like, I'm going into the cubicle to do this.
No, I think most people would go into the cubicle, honestly. Like, not everyone wants to just flash, but I mean, some people might.
Yeah. Maybe I should be more like in my dreams. Maybe I should be more naked.
Well, that's completely down to you, Brian. If you want to be more naked, you do it. Maybe that's the meaning of your dreams that we'll discover today. Your dreams are telling you
Just be more naked.
that you need to be more naked all the time.
But what if it goes too far? What if I suddenly realize that I hate clothes and then I find it difficult to put them on? And you're like, Briony, I've not seen you in months. Why don't you come out anymore? And I'm like, because I'm at home naked. I refuse to be bound by such restraints.
I am at home naked.
Because I've already got that a little bit. Like, every time I go into the office, I'll look down at a bra and just be like, you, my weekly bondage that I must put on.
Honestly, same. I bloody hate getting dressed properly.
Yeah.
It's pajamas or nothing, baby.
It's like putting jeans on now. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah. Ugh, jeans.
My
bleh.
constricting leg
Bleh.
peels. Why must I face you?
Oh,
Then I end
dear.
up just I've got these like really like baggy jean look trousers and they're so trashy, but they're so comfortable. So I'm like,
Trashy.
they really are. They're just like, they're...
Are they your greeny ones?
No, but I do love those. I do love those.
Those look very comfy.
These are ones I got because I was dressing as Orange Cassidy for Halloween. So I got these like fake denim loungewear trousers.
Right.
And they are very comfortable.
Man, if I have to get dressed, I will usually wear leggings or like the amount of times I've gone out and people are like, God, you made an effort. What are you wearing a skirt for? I'm like, because I don't want to wear jeans. I don't want to be confined.
I wish I had the confidence to not bother with tights when I wear a skirt. But I'm I don't like
having your legs out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't either. I would never wear a skirt without tights. So they're out of the question in summer.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like I like in winter when you can have, skirts and leggings. That's a cozy town. But as soon as it gets to summer, I'm like, I guess I just don't leave the house.
Yeah, pretty much.
But maybe I should follow my dreams. Maybe I should just because I remember when I was little and I said to my mother, I was like, oh, I'm scared to go to the swimming pool because everyone will be looking at me. And my mum was like, no one will be looking at you because they'll all be worrying about everyone looking at them. And that's all anyone's thinking about. And I'm like, oh, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, it is. That is absolutely true.
But maybe I should just get braver. Maybe
just get naked.
Just walk around naked. Then they won't be looking at me because they'll be too busy calling the police. They'll be looking at their phones.
Exactly. See? That's the big brain play.
I could buy a pair of trousers and then every week I'll cut an inch off of them until eventually I'm comfortable wearing shorts.
That is a good idea, honestly. But you'll have to go through the awkward teenage years of wearing 3/4 lengths.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Listening to The Offspring.
Oh dear.
I would like to I bought a summer dress a few years ago and I wore it in public once and then I've not been able to brave it since. So I would like to wear it because I do like the dress, but I need to get brave.
Yeah, I do really like wearing like dresses and skirts and stuff.
Yeah.
I have a lot of like sort of mid-length old lady skirts and I bloody love wearing those.
Yeah.
They just feel nice to wear. I'm embracing my OAP life.
Maybe we should just do it together one day. Just go out leggily. Like walking into a room boobily, but we're hang around.
She leggily into the room. I would leggily with you, Briony.
And just leggily. So you said you had a dream that you could retell.
So I had a dream last night, but I didn't record it because when I woke up, I just started thinking about Pathfinder. So I didn't record my dream, but I did indeed have one. So basically, it started with I was in a room.
Yeah.
And the decoration in the room, the decor, it was all like cream and like white. So naturally, I decided to start painting with a dark, like maroon colored paint.
Oh.
And I had like a big wooden board that I was painting on. And I just started painting. And obviously, it like kind of dripped off the edges and got onto the carpet. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, I didn't even think, like, why? And I went to my mum. And I was like, Mum, I didn't even think, like, it didn't even occur to me to put like newspaper down or anything. I'm such an idiot. Why did I do that? And then very briefly, my mum turned into Rithian and said, it's okay. I will just give you this disappointed debuff for 10 minutes and I won't talk to you. So I got a debuff on my hotbar, like in Final Fantasy, that was 10 minutes long. And it said that Rithian was disappointed in me for getting paint on the floor and that he wouldn't talk to me for 10 minutes. And then Rithian turned back into my mum and I just started cleaning up. Like I tried to scrub some of the paint, but it was like paint for plastic, so it just wouldn't come off. It wasn't water-based. I was trying my best. I went back to the kitchen with like the sponges and stuff, and I tried to say something to my mum, but she just blanked me because the 10-minute disappointed Rithian debuff was still active. So I was like, all right, yeah, I still can't talk to mum for 10 minutes. That's fine. And then she said something. I don't know what word she said, but she opened the walls of the kitchen and it went into a really big room, like a massive room. And it was basically like, oh, I wish I had the money to fix all of this mess I've made. Basically, I said something like that. And she was like, well, maybe we do. So I think that was what she said. And she opened the doors in the kitchen and it went into this huge room. And this room I had been in another dream in the past. And it was basically this immense room where all of this stuff folded out of the floors. So it had like different doors that opened on the sides, and it was like, oh, this part of the room we've rented out to Poundland so we could make back a bit of the money from like building this immense place full of stuff.
Yeah.
And this one here, this is a Nintendo shop where they sell Mario stuff and blah blah blah. And you could just keep folding bits out of the floor. And at the end of the room, you could fold out a bed, but it was a Guitar Hero bed, so you could also play Guitar Hero in the bed. And it had a VR bit. And then it had a bit with like a Mario pipe. So me and my mum jumped into this Mario pipe and we went into like 2D. And it was like it was like one of those games where you're jumping up a tower and you have to jump on the platforms. So me and mum were doing that and we were racing and she beat me and I was like, how could you? You're not supposed to be good at games. And then we came out of this room and my dad was there, but he wasn't my dad. It was just some rich guy. And it was like, oh, hello, father. And he was like, hello, daughter. You aren't supposed to be in here. This is supposed to be a secret. And then my mum was suddenly a very rich, posh lady as well. And they started talking about something. And then that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very bizarre.
Oh my god.
That was my dream.
That sounds fun. Like,
it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun.
I'm curious what it would be like to go into the Mario pipe.
It was weird. So basically, it was like going down a very narrow, like, tube slide.
Oh.
And we kind of got stuck at the end because it bent down and then went back up, so we didn't have enough speed to go all the way up.
Yeah.
So we were kind of stuck there for a split second, and it was like, oh, are we stuck in this pipe now? But then it like sucked us through.
I take it back. That sounds terrifying.
It was pretty terrifying. Yeah,
I have such fear.
It wasn't great.
Anytime I go down a slide or a water slide, that I will be the person who gets stuck.
Yep. It's like you know Nebworth House?
Yeah.
Near Stevenage in Hertfordshire.
Yeah.
They have like a little play area with slides, and I used to always drive past it on the way to work. And they have this like tube slide, but at the end of the tube slide, when it's not in use, it has like a metal grate over it, which I assume is locked.
Oh,
and it's like, what if somebody went down that and got stuck?
Yeah.
What if they were just stuck there? They'd have to try and climb back up. But what if they couldn't? But to be honest, there's probably a metal grate on the top of it as well. But the point still stands. What if that wasn't there? That would be terrifying. You'd be stuck in a slide.
Yeah.
Forever.
I guess, would you just have to hope that you would have enough friction to be able to climb back out?
Yeah, you'd have to like splay all your limbs out and just chameleon your way up. But yeah, no, I dreamt about this room before with all the folding out stuff. It was kind of like, you know those old pencil cases where you could like press buttons and different stuff would pop out?
Yeah.
It was kind of like that, but an entire room.
It sounds like a good...
Lots of stuff would pop out. It was very cool.
Like a fidget room.
But it was very like empty before you pulled anything out.
Yeah.
It was just a big empty room, but with some like creases in the floor so you could see like where the stuff that you could interact with was, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it had a VR bit, it had the Guitar Hero bed, it had the Mario room, the Poundland room, all sorts. But I never got the carpet clean.
The Guitar Hero bed sounds like the sort of thing that... Because you do sometimes just get these like weird one-off game things. Well, not like one-off, but they try it for a bit and then they're like, oh no, this is a bit niche. No one's going to buy this. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Guitar Hero bed at some point.
Man, I'd buy a Guitar Hero bed. I bloody love Guitar Hero.
How did it work? Like, how did you do the actual... Like, did it have a separate guitar, or was it, like, along the side of the bed? Or
See, I never actually played on it, but from what I remember, I think it was just, like, the bed itself was black and orange. And it had, like, the buttons on the side of it. So you probably couldn't even play the game with it, realistically. It was just a bed. It was Bed Hero.
Oh my gosh, that's a whole other game.
There was no guitar, only bed. Oh,
I like that.
But my favourite part was the Rythian disappointment.
I was just
debuff,
about
actually.
to say,
because
you've already said about worrying about messaging him too much, I was like, okay, I know what this is about then.
Yeah. Stop messaging me or you'll get a debuff and won't be able to talk to me for 10 minutes.
What's the symbol of the debuff? Just the thumbs up emoji.
Oh, God. It's a thumbs down emoji.
Oh.
It was so funny because it wasn't like in my dream I was upset or anything. I was just like, oh, okay. Sure. That I thought I was just going to get in trouble, so this is okay. Thanks, Rythian.
Yeah. Do you know, when I've been like in the studio recently, it's been nice to have like Rythian's webcam on the screen in front of me, because for a while they didn't have that. And there were times when I would genuinely finish the stream and I'd be like, I think I really annoyed Rythian today. And then I would see like a clip from the stream and he's smiling, but I can't hear that. So now every time I'm like, oh no, have I gone too far? I can look up and be like, oh no, it's fine. He's smiling.
Yeah, it is so nice having the webcams on the screen, like while we play.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that.
If we've said something to wind him up, immediately just look for the reaction. Like,
yeah, literally, that's what I do. Because we do tease him a lot. I feel bad sometimes. He puts up with a lot from us, bless him.
Yeah. Like when we've been doing these extra streams with him in the week, when he says yes, I'm like, okay, so he can't
Are you
be
sure?
that angry.
He even woke up from a nap yesterday to play Played Up with us. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
How lovely. How lovely. This is just the Rythian fan podcast now.
Yeah.
We're just talking about Rythian. We don't talk about dreams anymore.
He is the dream.
He is the dream. Ah. Don't tell him. Oh no, wait, I think he actually listens to the podcast.
Oh,
Shit.
what a nerd.
What a nerd.
Supporting his friends. What a nerd.
Every now and then he'll just say like, oh yeah, I listened to the podcast today and you mentioned this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you listen to the podcast?
We're going to have to mention him every week now just to keep him interested. Keep it spicy.
Yeah. Keep it spicy. Hi, Rythian.
Hello, Rythian. Thank you for listening. Oh my gosh, next episode is going to be
50.
50, yeah.
50. Oh my God. We need to think of something interesting to do for episode 50.
We need to have...
Because nothing else is interesting that we have.
This is it. We're 50 episodes in now. We should make a good one.
We better do something.
We're about due a good episode. What do we do? Should we have... Shall we... You know, my initial thought was, shall we take hallucinogenic drugs? I was like, no.
Oh, yes.
No,
lovely.
maybe that's...
Oh, maybe not.
Well, how could we have... What interesting... I feel like we should do like a dream experiment, but I can't think what it would be.
Oh, I don't know. We could. Or we could get like another guest on, like a real cool guest, or What sort of dream experiment do you think
I googled.
we could do?
I didn't mean to Google this quite how I googled it, because I googled how to have spicy dreams. Because I thought I just meant like a bit spiced up. I didn't mean like spicy. And the number one tip is think sexy thoughts.
Oh, excellent. Good. Thank you, Google. Good job.
Oh no. These are not the results I was looking for. This is like the time that I accidentally Googled which animals give you wood. Because I was playing the Animal Crossing mobile game and different animals gave you different resources.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, this isn't quite what I meant, thank you. We'll have to think of something.
Yeah,
It's a pity
we'll have
we
to.
can't do like another live episode. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I'm actually Googling like things that you can do in dreams, like dreaming experiments, but it's hard to control, like,
Yeah.
you know, what you end up dreaming about.
Maybe the next episode is we just record ourselves. You come over here, we'll have a sleepover, and we just record that. Just record our sleeping noises. Just a little honk shoo me.
Oh
me.
God, it would.
The occasional.
It would just be me like yelling.
The occasional just roll over and. Just 8 hours, an 8-hour special of the podcast. 8 hours,
Sleep along.
none of the content.
Oh my God. I feel so sorry for anyone who has to sleep around me because Jesus Christ, I twitch, I yell, I talk rubbish, I punch things. I'm awful.
I just realised Alex is away tonight, so this could be the night that I record the room whilst I sleep.
Oh, I've tried to do it in the past, but every like app I try to do it with just doesn't work.
I wonder how long maybe I'll sleep in the computer room. Just record it on Audacity.
I'll sleep in my chair tonight.
Yeah. The things we do for
Content.
for the podcast. Well, Gazdy, thank you for a lovely chat.
Thank you so much. We will see you guys next time.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. And hopefully we'll be back next time with something crazy. Woo!
Something crazy. We're going to turn up with the hallucinogenic drugs. And it's going to be a wild time.
It'll be okay.
It'll be all right. It'll be.
I don't want to set their sights too high.
It'll be an
okay.
episode.
It'll be tolerable.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, until next time. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.